Assalamu alaikum. This is your Nafs coach Arina Ali Maiman. Today's talk or reminder is specifically for our married sisters, so the brothers can log out if they want, or they can swipe up if they want. Okay. As for single sisters or others, it's up to you if you want to stay or if you think you can benefit and share with somebody else. Alhamdulillah. Or you want to leave. Up to you. But married sisters specifically, I want to talk to, and this is coming with a lot of love, okay? It hurts me, it genuinely does, when I see sisters disrespecting themselves. Married sisters disrespecting themselves. How? When you are married to a man, okay, you both are each other's garments, okay? So for whatever reason, maybe he has hurt you, maybe he has done something that offended you, you want to take revenge, okay? Or maybe you just want to vent. You need to be careful what comes out of your mouth. When we are angry or when we are hurt, we need to be really careful with our emotions and what comes out of our mouth at that time, because we may not be in our senses as much as we should be, right? And this whole idea that I'm going to teach him listen, remember that whatever comes out of your mouth affects you too, because you are married to him. He is your garment. So if you say he's a liar, what does that make you? Liar's wife. If you say he's a cheater, what does that make you? Cheater's wife. And then the worst one that women tend to feel like, some women really think, oh, I can destroy his manhood, right? I can go ahead and say bizarre things about bedroom life. And I'm just like, sis, if you be saying that the brother has some issues in that, then you are automatically saying some horrible things about yourself, because you have kids through this marriage. So if you saying he ain't doing nothing, then like, realize what you say about him affects you too. So you are indirectly, unknowingly disrespecting yourself. Now, am I saying he's not accountable for what he does? Yeah, he is. All individuals are. But there are ways of doing things. If you're hurt, you need to look into why you are and how you need to deal with that. If you just want to vent, there are proper places to do that. You should go and seek proper counseling for that. Your mama, your sister, or anybody random, or you even putting it out there, you're disrespecting yourself more than anybody else. Now, somebody can say, oh, he is, but he is. Okay, then why are you with a person like that? Number one, is he for sure? Are you certain for sure? Because if you're not, then you're accusing a Muslim. Number two, if he really is the person you think 100% he is, why are you with him? Now, I am not saying that people should go and break their relationships. You can for sure stay with it, but then that's your choice. You are choosing it. That's okay if that's something you're choosing, but acknowledge, I am choosing XYZ for myself. And one of the common excuses, yes, it is an excuse, is that for children. Okay, if you want to say that to yourself, let's dissect that. When you are saying all these things about him, now you can say, I don't say in front of the kids. Okay, fine. But if you truly believe those things about him, how do you show up in yourself, in your own household? Does that not affect the children? What are you trying to achieve when you are believing horrible things about a person and still living with him? Figure it out, because running our mouth and just saying whatever we want to say because we think by that we are harming him, mama, you're harming yourself too. And then this whole another dynamic wherein for whatever reason, our cultures have encouraged the idea of talking or gossiping about husbands with the family. Now, I know back in the day there was no concept of divorce as much, and people just, this is how they survived some of the horrible relationships. They just spoke, vented to their family, and they came back, right? Now, if you're venting to somebody who is coming back and who is telling you, hey, this is not the way, you should do it properly, and is actually helping you build the relationship, alhamdulillah, it might actually be your mini family counseling session for you. But if that's not the case, and it's more of like a cycle of backbiting and stuff like that, then you need to take a step back and look at it, because number one, whatever you focus on grows. So if you have a habit of the whole day went good, but now you're going to talk to your family and this has to be a session against your partner, forget if they say anything bad to you. Your own mood is going to be spoiled because you just spent some time saying negative thing and focusing on some negative things of your day and of your life and of your partner. And when we are ungrateful, we know how that affects our life. It's only the grateful that get more, right? And above and all, it's like you're doing riba of your own partner. That's backbiting. So we need to think about it. Why are we talking to anybody when we are talking? And what's the purpose of it? And what are we trying to achieve from it? Once I asked a sheikh about like this whole venting thing that we women do. And he said something very good, that women, and generally, like, we should have a mentor or somebody in our life whom we can go to when we need nasiha, we need advice. But other than that, we shouldn't really be talking about these things with random folks. And that's true. That is very true. Focus on the positive of your own life. Don't tell anybody nothing. Why do you need to go and tell, especially the bad parts of your partner? You are his garment. If you genuinely want this marriage to work. Now, this is a different story, that you don't want this marriage to work and you're plotting and preparing to get out of it, and you're trying to like move money around just so that until you get divorced from him. That's a different story. But if you are genuinely in it to make it work, then my love, please acknowledge and respect that he is your garment. So every time you take some mud and you try to make the garment dirty, mama, it's your own garment. You are dirtying your own self. Just be a little bit careful. I truly think we women think Allah has given us this tongue that we will unleash on anybody any kind of way, especially on the men that are the good men, or that are the men who don't want to engage in some kind of language discussions. We think we can do or say anything about them, in front of them, behind them, to anybody, whatever. Please remember that you will be held accountable. Just because he's your husband doesn't mean you can say anything about it and you will not be held accountable for it in the akhirah. Even the things like body shaming your own partner, like, you're gonna sleep with this guy. And no, I'm not, these are not the things that I have heard my clients say. No, because if somebody was to bring something like that in a coaching session, that's very respectful, because they're trying to resolve their problems and they're not out there talking about things in an irregulated way. These are not my experiences with my clients. These are things I have heard in open other dynamics, which is saddening, because if you are hurting that bad, if you're angry that bad, please seek help. Please seek help. I beg you, go and seek help. Don't ruin your akhirah. Don't ruin your dunya. Hurting him, disrespecting him, only brings you disrespect, my love. Please, respect yourself. Whether you are with him or you leave him, respect yourself. Women deserve honor. You are an honorable woman. Walk like that with honor. Talk like that with honor. Assalamu alaikum.